After a gigantic headache today, dealing with our Chinese visas, I had to stop at America's greatest export, Burger King. But let's start from the beginning. So a lot of this starts with the fact that my wife is a roller derby player for the Kansas City Roller Warriors and Bangkok Roller Derby. And they've been recently invited to skate in a boot camp in Beijing, invited by the UN. Now this should be a fairly simple process, especially being the UN has a little bit of pull. But one thing led to another. Flights got booked late, and the visa window that we had gotten pretty small. In addition to my family, we're also applying for another skater named Sophie, and I had to go meet her last Wednesday to pick up her documents. See, the embassy is about an hour away from my house. The problem in getting there is that they close at 3 o'clock. Because of this, I wasn't able to get up there until Friday, and when I got there Friday, it was almost immediately a problem. It is hot. Very, very hot. They informed me of all the documents that I don't have, and I go back a couple days later on Monday. Well, Monday, I sit there for something like 4 hours, and they go through telling me all the things that no website or anyone else tells me that I need, forcing me to have to come back again on Tuesday with things like my daughter's birth certificate, which we had to have somebody wake up at 2 in the morning, go to our office, and find it somewhere in my personal stuff in the States. Then after we get all these things, on Monday, they tell us that I need to come back the next day because in place of my daughter's signature on her application, she needs to have her fingerprint on there, along with both her mother and my signature. And now today, after coming back with every single thing that I was told I would need, I still sat there for 3 hours, and in the very end, I'm leaving with a big, fat maybe. The reason that we got the maybe is because the two invitation letters, the one for Sophie and the one for my family, word the event slightly differently. And so they think that we're doing two different events and they have to send it up to someone higher. This typically takes a week, and we fly on Friday, it currently being Tuesday. This doesn't look good. And with all that being said, even if we get our visas in time, Americans have to pay 4 times more for our visas. And for that price, I'm supposed to get a 10-year visa, but because of all the headache, they can only do a 30-day visa. So after all is said and done, I'm going to be spending something like 24,000 baht. It's like 800 bucks for a temporary visa and a whole lot of a headache. I think I've now spent about 9.5 hours in the Consulary Services Agency. Let this be a lesson to you. Go through an agency. Do not try to get your own visa into China, especially if you're an American. It's worth paying somebody the extra money to go do it. Unfortunately, we didn't have that opportunity. They have all my stuff, and we don't know if we'll get them or not. So if the next video is in China, that probably means success. Yeah, I guess. I'm going to leave you with some aerial shots from Komak, Thailand, where we went to avoid the chaos of Songkran. We might do a video about that as well. We also have a Songkran video where Doug and I take a walk down the streets, get covered in water, and do our best not to let people ruin our cameras. Please remember to subscribe. We also have a lot of countries coming up that we're going to be traveling to. In theory, China, but also the United States. I'm going to be in Kansas City and Chicago and Minnesota. Then we're going to be in Toronto, London, a couple other European cities that we haven't decided yet. Definitely Oslo, and then back to Bangkok. And I'm not sure where Doug's going to be. He has a baby that is about to come out of his wife at any moment. All right, cheers. Why do you need my daughter's birth certificate? She has a passport. In order to get a passport, you need a birth certificate. Sorry, I might have gone a little John Green on that one.